this is Marie, and welcome to Marie's Chatty Tarot. Today I'm going to be talking about J6. It's been on the news, and now a lot of truth information is coming out about what happened, really happened, not the circus story that the mainstream media has been countering. Finally, information is coming out, hopefully to free these people that have been arrested for and rotting in jail for so long. So now, before we get started on that, please feel free to share, like, subscribe. Thank you to my current and potential subscribers. I appreciate the views that I'm getting on BitChute, YouTube, and Rumble, and my Telegram channels. Thank you guys. You guys are awesome. I appreciate you. Now, for those interested, today I'm going to be using the Robin Wood tarot deck. So yes, I want to talk about J6. I think everybody kind of have an idea at this point that during the hostile takeover that occurred on November 2020, a lot of people went on January 6th to a rally that Trump was having to discuss what happened and to peacefully protest their grievances in front of the Capitol. And it appears that there are some bad actors that use this opportunity to set a trap and to entrap a lot of the people that entered the Capitol, and a group of people were arrested, and they have been in jail since then. So now, one of the agreement that House Speaker McCarthy had, one of the reasons why he became a House Speaker was he had to agree to release those tapes, and he did, and he have. Tucker Carlson is putting a lot of information out there, and I think hopefully in the future many other journalists will have access to those footages to exonerate a lot of the people who have been in jail for all these years, all these months. So the first question that I have is, who was behind J6? Was it a combination? Was it good guys, bad guys? Was it both? So who was behind that circus that we saw? Because it was, some of it was real, some of it was make-believe. Was it the good guys? Was it the bad guys? Because, you know, there was some planning involved. Because Pelosi was the speaker at that time. She did not have the proper resources. She refused National Guard. I mean, it looks like a lot of it was premeditated. So that makes me want to believe that maybe the bad guy had a hand in it. But sometimes not everything is as it seems. So let's see what the cards wants to share. Who was behind J6? What happened in J6 during January 6th? Who was behind him? King of Pentacles, first card. Strength is situation. The Fool, pass. Six Six of Swords, present, a Knight of Cups, outcome, the Empress, clarification, and Five of Swords, clarification. I'll ask who was behind. So it looks like this was planned for a while with the Knight of Pentacles, and I think we kind of know that because again they had the they did not have the National Guard, they did not provide backup, so yes, so yeah, Knight of Pentacles. So because Knight is movement and it's slow movement, so because of slow movement and all Pentacles about resources, it takes time to plan. So it tells me that, you know, that particular group took their time in planning that event, quote unquote. Strength card. So strength card is a card about perseverance. It's about being strong. So whoever was behind it, strength, group of people, because this is a major arcana, they had the power and the resources to put it together. So I think we kind of sort of knew that. Okay, so that's interesting. The Fool in the past. Now the Fool is new beginning. I ask who? But the Fool is in the past, a new beginning. You know, what's coming in my head is that once that particular group realized that their, I don't know, masters or leaders or handlers are no longer available, right? Probably because they went to the Florida spa or something. I believe they've changed their plans and started acting on their own. The Pelosi's of the world and stuff like that. That's interesting. Present card. Present card is the Six of Swords. So Six of Swords is moving away from trouble worlders. It's as if to say that group is either no longer there or a lot of information is coming out about them. And both can be true. Knight of Cups. Again, this is a movement card. So that movement, what drives those is emotion. So we ask who? And who is it's a group, they're very zealous, can be fickle, because Knight is about movement and what drives them is their emotion. Logic is not really their friend, and that kind of makes sense, you know. Woke, left, I mean, they're really not, again, they're really not into the cerebral type of thinking. They're very about emotion. So that's what drives them. And what drives them is about five, is conflict, is about always getting the upper hand, because Five of Swords is about swords is thoughts, words, information, manipulation. It could be manipulation. It feels like manipulation. They're all about always trying to get the upper hand, always trying to manipulate the situation to their advantage, so that everybody else around them is at a loss. So they always want to be in the superior position and to maintain power. And you see these people in the back who lost the battle, make them feel berating them. So that's it. It sounds familiar, right? And the Empress card is saying that, you know, they really magnify this whole thing, to they manipulate the information to their advantage. The Empress, because the Empress amplify, magnify, multiply. Okay, so now we know who. So we do a group of people, still powerful, who was powerful back then. I guess once they realize that they don't have any under, they decide to go on their own accord. Uh, uh, to to move forward with this plan, with that J6 whatever. And because now I'm seeing the fact that I'm seeing those traveling card, that's what they did, that group of people. So wow. Okay, now we know the who. um we know there's several people who are in jail because we've seen their family. It's the first question that I asked, and I know it's a silly question, but I do want the cards to give me a baseline. Are there people in jail? And I know it's a silly question to ask because we've seen footage of family members protesting and stuff like that, but at this point it's kind of hard to believe everything you see on TV. So let's ask, are there people in jail that were arrested and still in jail from the January 6th incident, insurrection? People from the January 6th, J6 thingy that are in jail, that are still in jail. Tower, Six of Pentacles, Hierophant in the past, King of Pentacles, Strength, Five of Swords, Wheel of Fortune. Huh. The Tower card is throwing me off. This is so weird. So I asked, are the people that were arrested during the January 6th thing are still arrested or still in jail? The first card, again, that's the card that's giving me the problem, is the Tower card. So it says that, you know, when the event occurred, it was out of nowhere. It surprised a lot of people, and it was shocking. Okay, I got that, and it was. Um, the six of the Six of Pentacles is a card of charity. It's a card of sharing. It's a card of, but it could be a card, for me, it could be a card of government, of things regulating itself, or, but it feels like hush money in this situation. The past is the Hierophant. The Hierophant is the bad guys for me. Present, King of Pentacles, like powerful people who probably either organized that event, had enough money to pay off some people. Outcome is the Strength card. So strength can be perseverance. It actually can be actual strength. But it's also a purity card too. As if through sheer determination and perseverance. It's as if trying to say the truth is coming out about the manipulation, because this card is a card of, it's a manipulation card. That there's having some manipulation around those prisoners, and that maybe the whole thing is not true. They're probably not even prisoners. I cannot believe I'm saying this. Wheel of Fortune, saying that their luck is about to change about the whole thing, because all of this is telling me that the bad guys have been paying people to pay the prisoners, and that through sheer strength and determination they have been manipulating the story about this whole thing. However, their luck is about to change. I don't even know where this is coming from. This is so weird. This is how the card is answering. Wow. Okay. Wow. So okay, is I guess the question that I have, what will happen to the people that were pushing the J6 thing incident? What's gonna happen to these people that's been pushing this propaganda? Really? Are they gonna see justice? I mean, these people have been lying and putting shaping a narrative of lies, really. So what's gonna happen to these people? So what's gonna happen to the people that have been lying, pushing the J6, thing? What is the justice? Oh, wow, the Tower card again. King of Wands. So, oh wow, Knight of Cups again. 7 of Cups. Star. Outcome. Hangman. Oh wow, King of Swords. Wow, so I'm going to start reverse. Past. King of Cups tells me that, so Cups is what moves a group of people, is emotion. What drives them is their emotion. So that emotion is always the woke left, or the group of people that's doing those bad stuff. So I asked what's going to happen to this group of people. So right now they're moving, but they're not moving in a cohesive way. They're because this card, the 7 of Cups, is a card of confusion. It could be a card of choices, but it's a card of dysfunction. Nothing's working right. It's as if they're like moving in a fog and not knowing where they go. They have no direction. They have no focus. because I guess their handlers are no longer around. But right now they're just moving around in the fog, no focus whatsoever. And star cards. Star card is usually a card. It's a major arcana, potential outcome. It's a card of hope and healing. But here, it's, well, it's not what's coming through. What's coming through is that they're going to be exposed, because you can see this lady. She's butt naked. It's vulnerable. So as if to tell you that's a reflection of those bad guys. They're going to be exposed. They're going to be vulnerable for everybody to see. And there's hope and healing in that. If you really look at it in that wicked kind of way, once you expose something, it's nothing to hide. So that's interesting. So out of nowhere, tower moment. So their time of reckoning is upon them, like right now. So they're experiencing that panic right now. And it looks like the King of Wands. King of Wands is usually the good guy, like the Mr. T team. And it looks like they're the one that's pushing on exposing them in that manner. So that's interesting. So that's going to be a completely, so yes, the Mr. T team is involved, but it's as if to say that yes, they're going to be exposed, and it's going to be, that's exposure is with the Hangman, is they're using a totally different approach to expose them. It's as if they're using their own weapon, the same way that you know, they use the CNN and MSNBC to push those narrative. And so with true Tucker Carlson, they're doing the reverse, and putting out the truth, to deprogram, to put out the information, to put out the truth. So that's a different approach of exposing them. It's a different tactic of exposing these people, and through that manner, the truth is coming out in a very big way, because it's the King of Swords. There's no higher than the King. So major information is coming out, and the King is an action card. It's not subconscious. It's not, you know, passive. It's actively, the information is going to be coming out there, coming out in waves, you know. And I think so. That's a lot. That's a lot. Wow. So, wow. The things you learn, huh? Guys, thank you for sticking with me to the end of this video. Again, please feel free to share, like, subscribe. You know it. I'm trying to drive traffic. And I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much. Bye.